Hey everyone, so I'm back with another video, and today I'm just making a quick lunch for myself while my kids are at school. Well, my oldest at least. My youngest is just with his daddy. And I just want to talk a little bit about co-parenting and how to manage it by learning self-control. One thing God has definitely helped me with is realizing that it doesn't matter what other people do in a situation. It really matters how you are responding and what you're doing in the situation. So, although you can be in a situation that's unfair, they may not be rights, that may not, and I'm not talking about extremes. I'm just talking about unfair as if it's not even in the work and things like that, or the help. It doesn't mean you change who you are. It's a easy mindset for humans in general to just run to vengeance. I used to be that person before Jesus, and it's easy to run to try to get somebody back or give them a taste of their own medicine if they're doing something wrong. But the more I walk with Jesus, the more I realize that I am not to be a reflection of whoever's in front of me and how they're behaving. I am meant to be a reflection of Him at all times. And so that means it not always looking fair, but letting Him work on my behalf and work things out for my good, and letting Him be pleased with me, even if I look foolish to other people. I say that to say there's going to be a lot of moments, if it's not the best co-parenting relationship, where you just have to bite your lip and say, okay, and just let it happen. Your kids might paint you a certain way based off what they hear or see. The other person may paint you a certain way, but you have to, within yourself, remember who you are, because that matters most if you know who you are. And two, recognize that even in that, you're growing and you're learning self-control. It's easy to pop off. Like, people think it's a strength to go off on somebody. No, it's actually a weakness to not be able to control yourself, to feel like you must speak every time somebody says something disrespectful or rude or a lie or tries to slander. Like, the inability to be quiet is actually a weakness. You must learn to not always have a response. There's a time to speak, but there's also a time to just be quiet and let God work, because what He does will always be greater. And He's definitely helped me through allowing me to go through this process. And I was just thinking the other day, like, it's probably going to be years before my kids actually see all the things that I did for them that they can't see now. They paint me a certain way because they think a good parent is one that gives them everything they want at all times and doesn't give them any rules or boundaries. But just like with God and how we can be, it takes time for us to realize that it's for our good and it's for our benefit to have those boundaries, to have those rules, to have those parameters of what we shouldn't do, because we know best in that moment for our kids. And we are acting from that place of knowing. So it's definitely interesting. I have always wanted to be a mom. Like, even when I was a young kid, I always knew I wanted a big family. I wanted lots of kids. And having them now, when I look at them, even though it's a challenging thing at times, as far as the ups and downs and, the things you go through with your kids, I am so joyous because they have come through me, through my womb, from God, and I just see them grow and mature, and I see all the things He put in them each and every day. It's like remarkable. When you have kids, especially as a mom, I'm speaking, when you have kids and you birth them, it's like almost surreal that you can bring a life into this world through your body, you know. And then to see them grow and mature and talk, and it's like, how in the world did we get here? But it's an honor. Being a parent is an honor, and it is a job, a duty, but it's worthwhile. So as you can see, I am making a peanut butter jelly sandwich because that is literally my favorite I love sandwiches, but peanut butter and jelly, they got a special place in my heart. I got some organic jam and some organic peanut butter. I put a little salt on the peanut butter because sometimes I just don't know. Sometimes I don't like the taste. Not because it tastes bad, but for me, not all peanut butter, like, I don't always like the peanut butter taste. And then I got some oranges and some celery, which I just realized I liked. I didn't remember that I liked celery until the other day. Celery is bomb. So I've been eating celery a lot more now. But anyway, this is just a rant. I just wanted to speak about parenthood a little bit and co-parenting, because if you learn self-control, you will stop getting triggered by people all the time. Like, you're not always going to have a comfortable situation, but how you respond to it can really change how the situation affects you. This is my meal. All right, bye now. They call her Candy Cane. And that is her name. They call her Candy Cane. And that is her name.